Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect, where in the previous episode we got some prisoners. As you can see, we have a total of 18 prisoners in the facility and they will be escorted to their lovely new home, which is actually not that lovely. If we check out the grading, we can see that it is actually grading 3, which is a low grade, but we can improve that by adding things like, radios and bookshelves and that sort of thing. We also managed to get some grading done in the gymnasium, which apparently it is now a grade 10 out of 10, and the common room and the yard, as well as the canteen as well, which is all just average. So overall, not too bad. We do still have to build some more stuff, and I've just realised that the classroom is a grading of 2, even though you can't access it and it's in the dark. But, well, according to the people who grade these things, because it is a certain size, then that's fine. Anyway, let's, in this episode, crack on and see just how far we can get when it comes to keeping hold of prisoners, making sure nothing goes awry and that sort of thing. The problem that we have is that if we check over at our policy here, even though we've got these medium risk prisoners, we do have solitary on a lot of these grades here, sorry, a lot of these punishments, because we did click default and just set, go for the recommended for each one, but that's obviously recommended certain things that we just can't do. So I'm actually going to change a lot of this back to what we normally would see as default, which means things like don't increase the prisoner capacity, don't give them solitary because we don't have that. The problem is that what's that, solitary? Yeah, we will have to end their punishment because we don't have an option to do that. The problem is we also have a prisoner that has got a, what is it? It is a trait of being a snitch, so we might have to do something about that. We did discuss at the back end of the last episode what we possibly could do, and it included things like perhaps going for an expansion on the left-hand side and seeing what we do there, but I really don't know if that is actually possible. Either way, in this one, I want to get a couple of areas done. Now, we've got 1, 2, and then 3 areas here for all manner of things, but I need a security room as well as an armory. I think an armory is probably going to go down the bottom there, so let's go ahead and build not just the armory, but also the kennel, because, well, we do need some dogs. So let's go for kennel, which is actually not research, so I should probably go ahead and start to research that first, shouldn't I? Dogs, and then remote access, armory, and that should be fine. Land expansion is on the go. We've also got tax relief as well, so we should get more money in that one. We haven't unlocked legal, but with the 20 grand that we have, 28 grand actually, I don't think that is a decent idea. What I do want to do though is go for 1, 2, 3, 4 more staff members, because nothing excels like excess when it comes to overdoing some of this stuff. Over to our, that's strange. I can say utilities here, and the small pipe runs along to there and it's not connecting those two up. That is a error, because it should do. It is connected to that thing, so that's fine. And what is that person doing? They are trying to escape. Where are they going to escape to? Ah, they have strong, and they were going to climb over the fence. Ah, right. Normally we'd have the double fence, but that was built on the expansion side of it, so you can see they tried to escape, and, well, that happened. Okay, that is interesting. So hopefully that will stop them from doing that again. We obviously have them working in the laundry here, and we have access in the things like the boxing room and the common room, but we don't have any incentive for them to go down to a lower level because we don't have a lower level. So we'll have to see what happens there. Let's go for a, where is it? It'll be in deployment and to custom sector, and we want to set medium and min for both of these, followed by that one there, and actually this one is just open, and that is fine. And that's a shame. So we can't set this yard to a particular thing because, well, we just don't have the capability to do so, because it's not surrounded by something, which is a bit of a shame, but there you are. So these are now set to a low and a medium sec, so they can go in these strings. And now, obviously, at the moment, it doesn't really matter because there's nobody else that can go in there anyway, because we've only got one type of prisoner. But having that there, yeah, it is okay. So because that prisoner is injured, we now have to... Oh, that's really bad. We now have to treat them, and the issue with that is that we don't have anywhere to treat them. So what I'm going to do is quickly build the morgue and the infirmary in here. So let's just go ahead and do that now. So over to doors there, and do a standard door which will go in that area like so. We're going to place a metal detector there. Over to objects, and then to the medical bed. That will run across like there, and then we'll run 1, 2, 3, and probably 1, 2 there as well, which means that basically we might as well, if we're running them along there, run the tiled wall along to there, and then have the morgue in this area. So let's just let it crack on there. I'm going to go over to the morgue. So morgue, which will go cancel, and then cancel that, and then go along to there. So I'm going to prioritize that. So holding control and then setting this to build, it will hopefully get built sooner rather than later, and then that means that people will be able to be healed. We'll get a couple of doctors there, and they're going to hopefully run over to that guy before he bleeds out, and that is a possibility. It is now a legit place. Yep, and they've brought them to there, and now they're getting healed. Phew, okay. That was a little bit problematic. Let me build a bit of a thing into there. That is now fine. It's got some electricity there. The morgue is at the back, so we do need a staff door in the back like so. We also need to place the morgue slabs, which are just going to run along the side like that as well. And it might seem a bit horrible putting a bin in there, but that's just for like clothing and things like that, not for other things that you maybe not thinking about. Anyway, so now that that's all in, we can obviously heal the prisoners. This is going to have to be changed up somewhat. I want to have logistics. Let's have a quick look. I want to have that one as staff only, this is staff only, and that is one fine. I will say medium sec for that. Actually, that will be a custom sector of those two. And this prisoner is trying to escape again, so we're going to have to pause. A guard's response over there, and we can see we've got guards running there. They are trying to escape, and you know, they may make it, although it seems to be that, yeah, they've just been stopped straight away. So that is a problem. We have prisoners wanting to jump over this fence sooner rather than later. Now I could, if I wanted to, put some, where is it? It is barbed wire. We could put some barbed wire all the way across that fence, but each one takes 200 to put across there, which is very, very expensive. So, and also that fence is temporary. That's why we did this. But it means that for the moment, we have a fairly big problem. Let's go for some dog handlers here, because I think we have some. Have we got Armory researched now? Armory is not being researched, and we'll double check that. It is still on the go, but dogs have been researched, so we can place a kennel. So let's place a kennel along there, followed by dog crates to go all the way along that side, and then dog balls all the way along that side. And that will allow us to have a kennel. We'll probably need to put a door in. Put a standard jail door there. This one we'll put a standard jail door. That's a staff door. That's a staff door. That's fine. Okay, so we'll max speed that out and let them crack on. So interesting that we have a lot of these prisoners trying to escape. So I think a patrol around here would be certainly beneficial. I think let's go for, where would it be? Deployment, patrols, blue patrol. And we'll assign dog handler to this one. And then hire 4 dog handlers. And let's assign them to there. And also, let's have, do I want a dog handler in here? Dog handler in there. There we go. So there's that set up. Because of the flooring here, I also think that that is good too. And some walkways there as well. So that's fine. Okay. So we can extend to the left now, and that would be fairly decent if we wanted to. Let's do a shakedown. Oh. Yeah. It would be very good to expand to the left and add in probably solitary and protective custody, but we just don't have the money at this stage. I'm gonna drop the reform through education initiative, which is gonna put us on minuses. Oh, why can't we get that one? Oh, we need governmental security ratings. Okay, so reform through education initiative. I'll pick that one back up, and then we'll do the armory down here. Still researching armory. Takes a while, apparently. Takes a while. Okay, that's fine. Just going to go to planning and remove some of the planning that we should have already had removed because of things getting built. That's fine. I'm going to put the objects back in here. There and there. And that's about right. Okay, and they're set up, that's okay. Obviously no flooring in, which is a bit of a problem. I'm going to check out prisoner needs here. We can see that those are being fulfilled, which is fine. In terms of grants, we're on the go there. We've got programs like workshop safety induction they're interested in. Pharmacological treatment to drug addiction, which we will set up on the go, I think, as well. Spiritual guidance they also want, but that obviously requires the building of the chapel, which I think we will probably go ahead and build because it doesn't take too much to build a chapel, and we'll also do the shop as well. So let's crack on there. So over to our objects and then to a... Actually, what do I want? I want a door first. Doors. Visitor door we don't need there, but I think a staff door would be of some benefit. We do need a visitor door for the chapel, but we need a standard door for, obviously, people to access that. Same at the back there, but also a staff door at that side, and let's go ahead and place all the stuff in. So it is recommending in here a shop front, which naturally we will place at the bottom in the center. Also requires a shop shelf, as well as, well, shop shelves, and what else does it require? Requires tables, doesn't it? Yeah. Right, tell you what, tables, you can use tables small, but these fit either side there, so that seems to sit well with me. And then we could just put rows across. I think 1, 2, 3. Wouldn't get many in. Just those in there. No, we don't need another one in. That should be fine. That's okay. Actually, that, because you can access both sides, and then you can access both sides of that. That's alright, no problem at all. Chapel, similar sort of thing. Altar. There isn't a middle for this to be placed, so it'll go there. Obviously, pews need to go in as well. I tend to put them either side like that. And then prayer mats I tend to put on this side like that. I'll do that as well. Okay, so that should be both of those in. Will require some power, so we can actually see what we're doing. So that and that should power that up quite nicely. We'll max speed it out and then crack on there. And that should be shop all in, chapel all in. And make sure we get that wall in too. It's all ordered anyway, so that's fine. Problem is, you can see someone's in the classroom and the library cleaning up, and eventually this is going to be built, so that's going to be an interesting one. Danger level looked like it went up for a second there, saying they were unnecessarily searched. Warden's having a calming effect on the prisoners. Yes, that's fine. We don't have a yard area. We don't have this yard area with a speaker in there too, like a PA system. But I don't think we need one at the moment. So this is now open, sort of opening some questions, really, like how do we separate this yard to only allow certain prisoners in it? We'd need to surround it in something. So we might have to get rid of part of that running track and basically on the outside here put a fence with the grass or whatever all along the outside, and then put a couple of doors in. That is possible. That's something where it's possible and indeed probable. But we'll see how we get on. Anyway, Armory can now be placed, so we will do just that. So the Armory goes in. All of the basic stuff need to go in as well. So we need... I'm going to put a table small in the... No, I'll actually put a table. Standard table. A couple of tables in there. Followed by a weapon rack that's rotated round. And then the top is guard locker, which will go to there. And money is very, very tight at the moment. So it says 2 armed guards... for governmental security ratings. Sadly, we can't get that at the moment because we don't have the cash. Luckily, I did get a decent bank loan. Sorry, I got a bank loan previously, so we increased our grading, our grading for that, so we can take out a decent loan, which means we can build that. So that's why we've got ahead and done just that. Looks like the shop and the chapel are now in, so I will go to our deployment. Custom min, and there we go. That is min. That's min, and that one, actually that one is just open to anybody. Anyone can go into the infirmary. This one we haven't set up. A lot of this will be obviously altered when we get some more prisoners in there. Looks like the armory is now in, which means we can get 1, 2 armed guards, and it does say that they are required to be on patrol. So the problem with that is I don't want the armed guards at the moment. I don't want them in the main body of the facility. I don't want that effect going around, so I'll place them there, and that should be fine. I'm not going to get rid of them. I'm going to decrease this. Oh, do I decrease bank loan? We've got MaxSec infrastructure to pick up, which we can go for. So if we do that, it gives us increased size security force, unlock body armor. Some of this stuff we'd get anywhere, like body armor and tasers. Body armor certainly is the way forward, and I think tasers as well is like a fairly decent thing to unlock. I don't think it's unreasonable. But we do require CCTV monitors and a security room of some kind. That security room will go up the top there. And it also requires a couple more prisoners in order to get some of these grants. So what I'm going to do is build this cell block here. Sorry, finish this cell block off here. So this is obviously the graded cells, which will go along like so. We're building them just like the ones we've got here. So let's unpause that. Over the doors to the grey doors, which will go there. And then the rooms, which obviously cell 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll have a similar layout to the other ones, where possible. Where possible. We could go for a comfy bed. Like that bed, just a foam mattress, that's all it is. Yeah, okay. Well, let's have these cells a little bit better than the other ones. Like that. And that already will be better graded because of the bed we've put in, followed by the not just the bed but also by the size of them as well. Oh, tunnel there. Possibility. Tunnel search all. There you go. Not found it. It could be fake. And we've got 4 more prisoners turning up. And there's someone trying to escape. Looks like as soon as they try to fight, that happened. Okay, let's go down to grants. We're going to get rid of that grant. We're going to go for programs, spiritual guidance. Foundation education program, there's people interested in, which I'm very happy with, but we haven't yet built the classroom, so we'll have to check that out. Looks like Stephen here, he's going to get searched. Stephen Mateo, prison number 514062. And Chislett Tim, search the prisoner, and Martin's search prisoner. I probably should have waited actually for them to go further down, because they would have eventually, we would have, well, they're obviously going there to pick up some contraband, but there you are. So we haven't got line of sight in like the shop or this visitation or the chapel. That's for where the CCTV cameras that we put in. But let's double check actually to see what grading that could possibly alter that to. Looks like visitation you can't grade. That's fine then. That's fine. There's equipment tasers, so we are selling some tasers. Selling tasers? Buying tasers and handing them out. We want to check grants. These are all locked. At least 30, at least 40. Inmate nutritional research we can set up. So I'm going to cancel reform through education initiative. Go for the prison, what is it? Inmate nutritional research. So single low quantity, low variety meal for 2 days. Let's do that. So it would be policy, medium. Actually, sorry, select medium. It is low. Single low quantity low variety meal. So low quantity low variety, that's selected for our medium security. We've only got medium in here. And regime, we've currently got eat time there. What I'll do is I'll be a bit cheeky and max speed it out. I'll wait for this eat time to finish, and we just found some poison on them there. Must have been a smelly poison. But you can see they're using the phone booths. I haven't seen them use the toilet. Looks like there's no free cells. And a potential thing there. 22 prisoners. And we've got 22. So there are prisoners. And it says on lockdown. Escort prisoner to cell. Okay. Tunnel search. All. This search thing is really, really good. And now that that's moved on. Free time there. Any time there. So I should start focusing on that. Didn't find anything in the cell, so that's not unsurprising, really. So there we are. Okay, so we are losing some money per day. What I'm actually going to do is go to our staff and then to the armed guards. I'm firing them both. They take 500, I think, per day, and they were just going to sit there for far too long. It's not worth it. It really isn't worth it. So, best to get rid for the time being. I wonder if they've actually been using the gym. I haven't really saw. They had a mobile phone and a packet of cigarettes on them there. It's work/free time. I'm going to take this guard here and bring them in the centre. And no, doesn't look like there's anyone there. I wonder if we do have a new gym thing for the regime. We don't. We have shower and yard, but there's no like exercise or like physical education thing, which is a shame. I wonder if this staff room can be graded too. No, it can't. But we probably do need to put some more stuff in. You can see there, as soon as we have a staff room, they're using that. The thing with the staff room, though, is that... Have we got a hat stand? We don't have a hat stand. Oh, is it a coat? Coat stand, my mistake. Yeah, the thing with the staff room is that it will take care of their needs, but we don't have the needs... We don't have needs on in this facility. They still have to rest, but we don't have any staff needs on. So we'll put another drinks machine in. Put a couple of wide sofas in. Like that. Put a radio in. Just to spice the place up a little bit. But there you are. I don't want to build much more because it's going to cost money. Speaking of money, we are now getting positive cash flow, which is good, and obviously working on the inmate nutritional research. Let's go ahead and I think we'll go for doors, a jail door up the top there, go to security. Do we need designated as security? We don't need to designate it as security. I was going to make this a security room, but you don't need to make it a security room for it to act like a security room. So let's place a CCTV camera in there. We're going to place a phone tap on the bottom like so, and then we'll obviously have electrical cable go to that and then to that there as well, and that allows us to then place some CCTV cameras. We have $3,000 in order to do that, so that's no problem whatsoever. So we're going to place a CCTV camera in here, in, oh, this is going to be a problem actually. Let's place it in here, here. Realistically, where can we place it in the chapel? It's going to have to be there. Yeah. And then in here. Don't need it in those places. Don't particularly want a TV in the toilets. That just seems a little bit untoward, doesn't it? And yeah, I think one in the laundry too is worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that should be it. Connections then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And while we're at it, phone tap. There we go. That's now in. You can see the running track is getting used. They are running around the outside, which is good. I think we'll also put a couple in the gym. Let's go for one in here. And one in here. Should we place one there, one there? That'll be better for us. Yeah, that'll be alright. And then we have line of sight in this area. couple of things missing that are of note. The doors here and the wall around the outside. That would be very good. And also flooring. Currently haven't got much of it. Darn it. Don't have enough for that. Trying to get the security force up. Get a bit more grantage. And there we go. There's 20 grand. Pay that back. 18 grand. Losing 62 a day, but we can go for a reform through education initiative. Probably. Yeah, we'll do that. Takes us back onto 33, which means we can build the classroom. So let's do that. Let's go over to doors. Normal door. That can go in there. We also need to do the same thing for a visitor door. That can go in there. And classroom. Computer station, no, it says school desk and office desk. So office desk we'll put at the top there. I was actually looking for a blackboard there from like academia. I was thinking, where's the blackboards gone? But no, they're not in this game. So the row will go across there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12. 16. That should be it. Hang on. 20. Yeah, that's fine. That is the right amount. So that'll be a classroom. Custom sec. Like that. Put a wall in. Like that. And cheeky bit of power. Okay. And if we look at the programs, Foundation Education Program, many people interested. Start that going. We'll need to reschedule it once this is built properly because they need more desks in to be effective, I think. And I really hope... Ooh, that was close. Don't know if you saw there, but this library wasn't bricked up yet and someone went in to clean that and they just get out before they finished that. So, that's now working. Okay. I will do a shakedown. All. Actually, we'll just say medium sec, and you can see it's only searching the ones that we've got set as medium sec. I'll just say all sectors. Yeah, happy with that. I think that's a nice improvement, that shakedown stuff. Finding some contraband, nothing of any great note, I don't think. Last 24 hours. Loads of mobile phones brought in and stolen, that sort of thing. A knife that was thrown in. Syringe thrown in. Most of it will have been thrown in because of where the wall is. Main thing of note, room quality. So we can see the room quality. Ah. So these ones here, they're actually grading 2 of 5, whereas these are 3. Because they've got an outdoor window. Ah, okay. Interesting. So, I mean, if we place a window in there, it fixes the problem. I don't think a window here will fix the problem, though, because it needs to be an outdoor window. You've got a large window and an outdoor window. So if I place a large window, it still will affect this thing here. Not going to do it. Not happening. But the fact that this is a lower grade than that one because of the lack of windows is interesting. Oh, and there's someone trying to run across there. Okay, so I'm going to go for a taser rollout because with the amount of people trying to jump over this thing, we obviously do need to do that. I'm going to check out the traits as well. We can see that they have strong, fearless, extremely strong, ex-law enforcement and snitch. Luckily, no great problems there. We can also see that from this menu, the room quality, this is now 5, which is good. And now we have people that are entitled to sit there. So this person here, this is Hawkins, they have a cell grade of 3, but they have just gone up from a recommended level of 4. So they're entitled to a grade 4. So that's fine. We'll probably end up putting some more grading in here, and maybe in here as well. And maybe increase the grade. Oh, the classroom can be graded, so you need bookshelves and blackboards. Oh, it does say blackboard. So there is a blackboard in here. Okay, I'm going to dismantle that then. And we will put in a blackboard. Hang on then. So, Yeah, blackboard, there it is. Okay, so place a blackboard in there, and we'll get rid of those 2 school desks. Get rid of all of those, actually. And bookcase can go in too. And an office desk needs to go in as well. That'll do us for now. Why? The visitor door. That was the teacher. They should have been able to go through that visitor door. I don't know why they didn't. Let's check the grading out of that then. Not bad. If you have an outdoor window, it's going to go up. Same as the bookshelf. Oh, you need another bookshelf. So I need a water cooler and an outdoor window. Water cooler. And a glass window large. Technically, we could put it there, just behind the blackboard. A, it's behind the blackboard. So you're never going to see it. And B, it leads into a corridor. But technically, that is outdoor. Yeah, we'll do it. That just seems really cheesy, and that's because it is. I don't know why you would grade this. Does it say it's better? Improve the grade of the security sector. Other than the wanting to go there, I don't know what effect that has. It would be best if it upgrades the effectiveness of the teaching. That would be quite good. Just gonna put some more capacitors in there, but I don't know if it does any of that. Okay, so we have obviously got some prisoners and look after them. No escapes, no deaths. A couple of people tried to go over the fence, but we've stopped that. We've managed to get the infirmary done, and the morgue, shop, chapel, classroom, working on some more grants. There is our single meal done. So let's change our regime. So now we need to serve for this prisoner, sorry, that prisoner, high quantity, high variety meal. We need to serve, how many is it? Oh, 3. We need to serve 3. So let's go for eat there as well. So we're working on now the inmate nutritional research. Serve 3 high variety, high quantity meals for 2 days. But overall, quite happy with what we've got so far. We have got these cells in there. Work to be done. Obviously, a lot of work to be done. A lot of flooring to be put in. A lot of micromanagement with the grading. A lot of tweaks and changes. We need to put in some metal detectors in here. We need to have this area built. More expansion there. Get the parole and all this stuff put in. Think about where we're going to have solitary and the first expansion. Most likely it's going to be to the left to get in things like workshop, solitary, protective custody. Then we'll expand south and then north. But overall, oh, also we got CCTV and phone taps put in. Overall, quite happy with our progress. Next episode, we will most likely build this other cell block. Just to get more prisoners, more money, more tests, more, you know, that sort of thing. So hopefully we can crack on with that next episode and we'll see how we get on. As always, if you have enjoyed the video on the series thus far, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. And that guy didn't escape again. Generic partings.